Yo, somebody hit me with that Jameson.
Jameson?
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Hey, dong, dong. Welcome, folks. We're finally here. We did it. Yeah, honestly, round of applause. Round of applause to the team. You know, when I started this podcast,
You started.
when I started this podcast, back in the way days, I never thought we were gonna get here. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I thought it was dead in the water on arrival.
Yikes.
No shot did I think we were gonna get this far.
And then you got your first fan, me. And then I weaseled my way onto the podcast. And then it was downhill from there.
Yeah, fan turned member. Actually, this is a great segue. Justin, thank you for chiming in because I have some shit to flame your ass with about now.
What?
So, listeners, I happen to make like a comment like on the side about being like, oh, hey, the new chapter came out this week, and but I have to stop and do this shit tonight. I can't read it. And then Justin's like, dude, that's how I feel like every week or whatever the fuck he said. And I'm like, that's really funny. That's really funny. Okay, listeners, I'm going to take you back to the olden times of 3 days ago when... Oh, actually, sorry, not 3 days ago. Okay, a couple of weeks ago. I'll give him a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks for him to come back to this point. He was like, hey, Bread Boy, does the animation style in Stampede seem similar to early Wano to you? And I'm like, yeah, it was definitely the test run. Justin's response, oh my God, perfect. And then his next message, I think my passion for the podcast is back, baby. Very next. The absolute next message. That is what I have from this man.
That message, by the way, was sent somewhere within the past 3 days.
His passion message. Oh, I take this all back. I gave you additional receipts. He said this message about having passion again on Monday of this week. So we record on a Thursday, folks. So it took Justin exactly 96 hours for him to go from my passion is back, baby, to man, I hate being here every week.
All right, hold on. First of all,
now that wasn't even. I'm not done with you yet. That wasn't even the part I was gonna flame him on the most this week because I had this receipt this week and I knew what episodes we were covering ahead of time. I've seen the shit. Obviously. In my mind, I already drew up the reason why his passion for the podcast was back. For the same reason that this motherfucker skipped Whole Cake Island, you know what we did get in this set of episodes is we got an update on one Zoro in very large capacity with his Ronin, he's being blamed for murder thing, which to be fair had a bit of sweet animation. I'm not going to say like it was bad or nothing like that, but it's really funny to me that as soon as we get Zoro back into the picture, Justin's got nothing but good vibes. It's just a little telling.
I don't deny that accusation. However, what I will deny is your quote of me, all right, the one from today / however many minutes ago before we press record, all right? What I actually said was, oh yeah, me too, that's how I feel about the fact that there's a wrestling show I really want to see tonight, aka right now, and I'm stuck here doing this.
Oh,
which may not sound great to the audience at home, but let me explain to you. At the week of recording, we are a couple days removed from AEW All In, and brothers, I love wrestling, and I love AEW, and this weekend is going to be possibly the best weekend of my fucking life. 29 years on this planet, and it's all been worth it to watch one wrestling event. And I'm okay with that. I'm here for the wrestling all week, every week, but mostly this week. Give it all. I want it. I need it. And check that shit into my veins.
All right. Well, that's fair.
I mean,
okay, fine. Maybe I was a bit dramatic when I was giving you shit a second ago. It just felt like we were already returning to brass tacks, and it hadn't even been 96 hours before you were like, man, I love this podcast again too. I could be doing other things right now.
Now you got a year before I hit you with that.
But he's
confirmed
he's going to hit us
I'll hit you with
with
the
it.
exact same bullshit.
He's gonna ride the Zoro high for a little while.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
it's going to be a year until the next AEW event is what it's going to be.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
But speaking of,
That's fair.
attendance and I guess the fighting spirit, Christian, how are you feeling about being here this week?
Hey, I'm happy to be back.
Oh, Christian, I didn't even know you were here.
Wow, okay. The rude.
Listen, I'm messing around, man. Everyone's so sensitive these days. Just kidding.
Gee, but talk about sensitive. I say one thing and he explodes on me.
Well, I'm just a spaz. That's different.
I'm happy to be here. I'm upset that I didn't get to be here last week, but
Us
Yeah,
too.
Trust me, so are we.
I know. I mean, I recognized what was probably going to happen by missing last week, but things happened, and honestly, I had a way better time being where I was than I would have on this podcast. So
What? Why is everyone blaming the podcast today? Honestly, I fucking hate it here, man. We're finally we got to something fun, something different for the first time for a little while, and everyone's just got I could be anywhere but here and be happier.
Look, everyone was on the fuck this shit train, so I figured I'd make my own contribution to the stop. So
Jesus, man.
no, yeah, I last week's episodes were good. We can talk about it more I guess after we read a summary, but I'm happy to be here.
We are supposed to do that. Yeah.
I got you. Want me to hit you with the summary?
By
Yes,
all
sir.
means.
Oh, right. Hold on. I need a swig of water. Got loosened up.
Yeah, lube it up.
Okay. Hey, so I know we said last week that we finally made it to Wano, but that was mostly a technicality. This week, however, we really did make it to Wano. The Sanji retrieval squad gets swept up in some bad weather and currents, only to be met with a torrential waterfall. Thanks to some last-minute thinking, Luffy catches onto some giant carps who carry the crew up the waterfall. Unfortunately, they end up sailing directly into a whirlpool and have to abandon ship. We lose track of the majority of the crew after this, but luckily, Luffy and the Sunny wash up on the shore of Curry. Luffy is met with the chaotic scene of a giant sword-wielding baboon battling a giant lion dog. Trailing behind them are a couple of goons that work for Basil Hawkins and their prisoner, Otama. Luffy saves the little girl and the two become friends. Elsewhere, we get a brief update on what the other half of our crew have been up to since they landed in Wano. Kinemon instructs them to lay low until they can fully gather up their allies to take down Kaido. Everyone picks up a neat little gig and alias, except Zoro, who just seems to have gone undercover as a vagrant. Naturally, he ends up finding himself in a bind when he's falsely arrested and sentenced to execution by seppuku. Right when it appears that Zoro is about to follow through with the execution, he stops, cuts down the real culprit, a local corrupt official, and then proceeds to slash his way out of the courtyard. Aside from that, we also touch in with Marco and Cat Viper. While Wano may bring in some familiar themes and faces, it introduces a new opening, a new vibrant art style and character design, as well as a slew of exciting new secrets and lore pieces to discover. Better get comfy. It's about to get crazy.
It do be about to get crazy. Why you gotta spoil him like that, Justin? What the fuck?
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding. I'm just being an asshole.
Crazy.
You can't just tell us what's gonna happen. What the hell,
You
man?
can't just drop crazy on me.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
All right, Christian, that sounds like last week, 'cause we were dying to hear your thoughts.
And lighten us to last week. We'll get into this week. Come on, how you doing, buddy?
I wanted to jump through a screen and rip Charles's face off last week.
Hell
boy.
yeah.
I bet your favorite motherfucker of all time made a resurgence last week.
Yeah.
Now, just to clarify for the audience at home, for which reason? For the Shirahoshi reason or for the Kuma reason?
All of it. I mean, initially it was the Shirahoshi reason, and then it was I want to jump through the screen and rip Dad's face off for the Kuma reason. I was fully on board with Sabo going fucking buck wild in that moment.
Oh yeah, my boy.
I could not bear to see Kuma in such a sad state. It was extremely upsetting, and I am part of my upsetness is that we probably won't get an update on this for like 100 episodes or so.
What makes you say that, Christian?
Because we only come back to the Reverie once we're done with arcs, so I'm fully expecting to never set eyes on Kuma for maybe the next year and a half of real time.
No, come on.
Okay.
That
You
was
say
silly.
that and you think that, but let me rewind a couple weeks back to your own. I don't know if I want to call it prediction exactly, but your own wants and dreams, where you were mentioning how for Wano, you were really hoping that we bounce around from certain scenes / plots or plot points, whatever you want to call it. So like, instead of, jumping back to the Reverie potentially every 100 episodes, it could be sooner. It could be like every 50, 25, 70,
Yeah.
Where's your conviction, bro?
Hear me out.
Manifest
What
it.
if Wano's like 300 episodes and we just jump back to the Reverie every 100 like Christian
my
was saying,
God.
and we can just have both sides of that coin?
That
Imagine.
that would be miserable.
All I'm
it's
saying
miserable,
is,
but what if Wano slaps? I mean,
if Wano slaps, then 300 episodes that's pretty good. But it
all I'm
would
saying.
have to be the most impeccable storytelling that mankind has ever dreamed up ever for it to be good for 300 episodes.
Oh, buddy, I hate to break it to you, but my boy Oda is whipping up one of the best-selling pieces of fiction on the planet.
I mean, I'm just saying, like he's got to be his manga's almost overtaking I think Batman soon. It overtook Superman relatively recently.
That doesn't mean it's good all the way through.
Well,
Come on.
It has not been good all the way through. I'm just gonna
listen. Let me give you my arbitrary metrics of success. Obviously, dollar amount high equal good, Christian.
I mean,
it
yes.
wouldn't make money if bad.
Well, you say that, but make money is also relative to how much
Well, that
investment
might
you
be
put
true,
into
too.
it. You're well aware of how the Winnie the Pooh horror movies are going.
Well,
It did
all right,
amazing on a
why you
budget
gotta
of
why you gotta bring
100,000,
this up?
baby.
Okay, why do you gotta make me mad?
You were
speaking
talking
of
about
that-
it before the podcast. What are you talking about?
Well, that's a different story entirely.
I need someone on this episode and this episode alone to give me a Brendan counter, because we're already up to like 4 and we're 10 minutes in.
That's like 3. There's like 3.
Yeah, three in the last minute.
Well,
Well,
Ding 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 ding.
speaking of getting mad, Christian, I have a question for you concerning last
Uh-huh.
week's set of
Oh yeah,
events.
I'm more than happy to get mad for you. What do you want?
Christian's got his fists up. I think he's ready for
I got
blood.
my-
I
got
don't know
the
what happened to
the
him.
Dukes up.
He's got the Arthur fish shaking in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree
Yes.
with me? Because I'm the only person who thought of this and had this position last week or however many weeks ago. Would you agree that in the scene of Charlos, chaining up Shirahoshi and Sai and I always forget this little dude's name. Leo. Sai and Leo approaching Charlos to free her and whatnot. Do you agree that when Lucci intervenes to stop them and thus prevents an international incident from unfolding and ruining the Reverie and world order and all that, would you say that Lucci is a hero in this instance?
Would I say that Lucci is a hero?
Yes.
No.
Oh, yeah, I know. He's a fucking idiot. I know.
No.
What a hill to die on last week. I can't believe he brought it back.
Say this. I would not say this. Now I see what he's saying. I disagree with him. I see what he's saying, because the Celestial Dragons, if this had gone through, would have just been, all right, Buster, call both of those countries right now, and then that would just be the end of it, and all of those innocents would die. So, like, in that sense, like, were lives spared potentially? Yeah, but also I care more about Shirahoshi. So
It sounds like he's a hero to me.
kind of wild coming from you.
Doing that thing again where you just hear what you choose to hear, actually what people are saying.
I thought is Wano Justin's villain arc?
It's one of my favorite arcs. I don't know if those are the same thing.
Well, a whole cake was the start was my villain arc. So it sounds like we're already getting off to a start where your villain arc is now Wano, which is crazy
honestly,
because Zoro's here.
That sounds good. Honestly, we should have somebody always be on at least one villain arc at any given time.
Yeah,
I don't know what my villain arc would have been. Probably nothing.
I don't know.
I'm just a villain.
You can have next one.
Sure, I'll do that. That sounds good.
Find some stuff to get mad about. You already know what happens.
You know, I just remembered something.
Find anything to get mad about next arc. That's my problem.
Oh, wow.
You know, Christian, I won't tell you when it will happen or where exactly story-wise, but I think I will have a villain arc or villain moment
A villain
in the near
moment.
future.
A moment.
Wow.
Okay.
I won't call it an arc because I don't think it's gonna be that long-lived.
call it a
but
comeback.
It'll be like a spin-off episode, you know.
Like a Marvel What If episode.
Yeah, exactly. What if Justin was the villain for XYZ reason this week about One Piece?
So anyway, Christian, what else did you feel about last week?
Oh, well, since we're on the topic of Lucci, I enjoyed seeing Hattori and also knowing that Kaku made it to CP02, my sturdy boy.
That sturdy lad.
That sturdy motherfucker. I'm super here for it. I'll take all of the Kaku on my screen, please and thank you. It's upsetting that he's at the Reverie, so I again won't see him for like another 100 episode or so. But
it's also upsetting that he's become he's doubled down on the villainy by joining CP0 and
what made you
becoming
think
more
otherwise?
Well, I mean, like CP9 were like bad guys, but like I don't know. I feel like maybe I just like Kaku enough to ignore that part about his life.
I mean, Kaku even said like he literally doesn't know what he could do in any other line of work, and then Zoro jokingly goes, "You could always open up a zoo,"
or just become an actual shipwright, like you've been quote unquote pretending to do for X amount of time. Anyway,
well, listen, sit down and have a chat with him. Be Kaku therapist.
Fix him. I can fix Kaku.
I can fix him. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, he's gonna start with Kaku.
Bad.
And then
they're
he's
just
gonna
government people, right? They're just the CIA. But like CP0. Aegis, whatever, is like doubling down on the bad because you're the feds, but you're the feds who work for the bourgeoisie, bro. Like, come on, bro. If you're gonna be a cop, be a better cop than this.
Honestly, I bet they love it.
Lucci fucking loves it. Let me tell you.
Yeah, well, Lucci's got his own problems.
Lucci's a psychopath, but I mean,
Kaku has redeemable qualities. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's throwing them to the wayside to get that bag. So what are you gonna do?
I know, but like I want to believe in Kaku, bro. I want to believe in his potential for good.
So then wild turn of events with the green-haired celestial dragon. What was his name?
Oh, Mjolsgard.
Mjolsgard. Don Quixote Mjolsgard, in fact.
Yes. So
the beneficiary of Queen Otohime's will.
Yes, so a couple of different twists with this one. One, him being a Don Quixote, and so we've got another Don Quixote kind of messing with the celestial dragon formula here, and kind of turning face on being one in the first place. That is because we had Homing, obviously, Doflamingo's father, bring their family down into the real world, and now we've got Mjolsgard. So maybe I'm not saying that there's going to be like a huge trend here with this, but it would be interesting if this sort of continued with the Don Quixote family, and then Doflamingo is the real odd one out here in this case.
He's the only one that wants to be a celestial dragon again.
Yeah. So yeah, that was great. The whole time you're sitting there nail biting, wondering what the fuck are people gonna do here when Shirahoshi's getting locked up by the other slave. So because obviously people are going to be willing to do stuff eventually, but like then what are the repercussions going to be of this? Eventually you have to expect that Neptune is going to jump in too, and then he does. But yeah, it's like the whole time I'm sitting there in like silence, waiting for the thing to happen that's gonna get us out of the situation, just not having any idea what it's gonna be, and then motherfucker gets punched or hit with a bat, whatever it was.
With a bat, yeah.
And then he gets batted across the face by Mjosgard, and I'm like, oh shit. And then for it to be the guy that Otohime saved all those years ago was extremely poetic, and I enjoyed that also. That was a nice little touch to the story.
Yeah.
And a lesson for dear old Neptune that not to jump the gun. There are bad humans just like there are good humans. The same way that we just dealt with that on Fishman Island a few hundred episodes ago. So it was a nice little teaching moment or reminder for Neptune himself as well. And I enjoyed the whole thing outside of the fact that it happened in the first place. Because obviously I don't want to see Shirahoshi
back
suffer.
in Fishman Island, if like when Otohime came back with like the permission from the Celestial Dragons to even consider moving Fishman Island, if you thought if the Celestial Dragon was super chill, or if he was just like, all right, I really want you to go the fuck away, here's your fucking piece of paper, and I think you actually doubled down and said that he became chill as fuck. I want to say you actually bet that.
I don't remember, so I can't claim it one way or the other, but so for now I'll say what you're saying is true and claim all of the glory for myself. Yes, I did say this.
yeah, of
that
course.
Sounds
of
like
course.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also learning that Kuma was the king of a nation at some point before all of this as well. That was interesting to know.
Brother, he's literally called the Tyrant.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
How do you become a tyrant?
By being a brutal person.
Yeah, just be like a menacing figure. I understand what your point is, that the literal definition of a tyrant probably includes ruling over people in some regard, but
overthrowing a previous king, becoming the new king. Yes, that is what a tyrant is.
Yeah, but
that feels
we stretch definitions of words.
It
doesn't necessarily.
Fine. That's fine. Fair enough. Continue.
So like he could have been a tyrant over his own pirate crew beforehand or something like that. I don't know, man.
All right, you're right. We got Blackleg Sanji, and he just wears slacks all the time, so you got me there.
It's right. So learning that Kuma was at some point the king of a nation was, and not just a nation, but one that used to sit at the table too, right? Like would come to the Reverie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they would come to the Reverie.
So that was even more so I guess eye opener to Kuma's character, and both an eye opener and a closer, because it's like, oh wow, like this is how he gets involved in all of these other things, but also like, damn, what was going on inside Kuma's head all this time, like between that time when he was a tyrant who overthrew a government or was just in charge of one, and to joining the Revolutionary Army, probably because of whatever the fuck happened at some reverie he attended, and then he saw the world for what it is, and then renounced his kingship and whatever, and then ending up in the clutches of the world government, and now ending up like this. Like, what happened? There's so much we do not know about.
My man's
Bartholomew
asking the
Kuma.
real hard-hitting questions.
I feel like
they are good questions.
I'm so intrigued by Kuma, and as the series progresses, they just keep adding more and more to what this character has done or what their moral quandaries have been this entire time, and it makes me excited to hear more, especially if we're gonna actively try and save his ass from his current situation.
Okay, speaking of Kuma adjacent things, I can finally ask you this burning question that I had from last week. So, in the same scene or vicinity as Kuma in those episodes, we are introduced to Queen Connie Dowager, or whatever her other name was, right? Queen Connie, right?
Right.
Some old lady, pink hair, queen of the same kingdom that Kuma was from. And then
is that true?
Yeah.
That was one of the bit. Like the guard recognized her as like, oh, that's Queen Dowager Connie.
Yeah.
No, I'm not questioning that part. I'm questioning the part where that's where Kuma came from.
Yeah, he was the current or former king of Sorbet Kingdom, and she is the current queen of Sorbet Kingdom.
Oh, did they also mention that when they mentioned that he was a king? I thought they just said he was a former king.
Nah, I think they did mention the kingdom.
Yeah.
It was Sorbet.
I
Yeah.
missed that then. Okay, continue.
So we have Queen Connie, who then transforms into Jewelry Bonnie. And so I'm asking you here, is Jewelry Bonnie like Queen Connie, like for like she is the queen, or is she impersonating the queen? And does that matter? Does that, what does that make you feel, think about, etc.?
He's asking because this is his first reaction when he was in this position. and to his credit, I don't think he knows the answer to that question. I think he's just giving you the genuine questions that he has.
My assumption, it's tough. I mean, I'm gonna say purely off of the fact that she is impersonating an older woman. My guess is gonna be that no, Bonnie is not the queen of Sorbet Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Sorbet.
I'm going to operate under the assumption that she's the granddaughter or something of the Sorbet Kingdom queen. And it just so happens that because we also don't strictly know how Bonnie's power works. Like, she can clearly fuck with her age, but can she also mold her facial features a little bit as she wants? Because if she's related, then it's probably not that far of a reach to be like, oh yeah, like I adjust my nose, move my eyes closer together, give my, bush the eyebrows a bit, and suddenly I look like my grandmother, But if her power is strictly aging up and down, I don't know. Then maybe it's more likely that she directly has been the queen all of this time, and Jewelry Bonnie's actually like, I don't know, 70 years old or something, but just keeps herself young. I don't know.
She's like Kureha, where she's a youthful 150.
Yes, but much
actually.
more physically. Yeah, but she can physically represent that.
I see. I was stoked when that happened across my screen. I was like, "Whoa, what's this?"
They really just kind of throw Bonnie on that and be like, "Oh, hey, by the way, here's this other plot element."
Yeah, and also Bonnie's here, and she knows Kuma too, and is really angry about this.
So are we.
Me fucking too. Yeah, that's.
How do you feel about Morley?
I mean, he's still. They're still chill. I feel. What's
actually?
She, they. I forget. What was it?
Well, I can tell you they do prefer she pronouns. That is on that is canon knowledge. If you would like to know.
No, I do remember somebody mentioning it in the Discord at some point, but then I forgot what specifically the pronouns were. Okay.
Also, I don't know if we told you, but they were the former queen of 5.5 and Impel Down before.
I think I told them that.
Yes,
well, she wasn't the former queen. She just helped to make it. I assume Ivankov was the only.
Well, not the first escaping. I guess that was Shiki. Whereas Morley the first, and then Shiki followed. I don't remember.
These are great questions. I think Shiki's the only one that they knew he escaped. But then
right.
People like Morley definitely escaped, but they just assumed that they were demoned away, like back when we first heard when people got demoned away, and then they were just secretly in 5.5.
Yeah, Morley, yeah, we got that prisoner here. They've been here for so long. They're probably dead though.
but Shiki, I think in Shiki's case, like he made like a spectacle of it, and they were like, God, fuck, that guy actually got out.
Yeah. Whereas Morley, she can just leave basically.
She can basically just like walk out.
Just come in and go as they please.
She can just go.
Bro, that's it. We cracked it. Morley's gonna go back to Impel Down and break out our number one homie Bon Clay and the rest of the goons.
So, I mean,
maybe
not that far off.
Think about it. I think it's kind of messed up that Ivankov hasn't already asked Morley to do that. My boy Bon Clay's just suffering and Impel Down. Well, maybe not suffering. He's an Impel Down for no reason. Well,
I don't know. Ivankov wasn't really suffering an Impel Down. She was having a great time too.
I feel like they have no clue what's going on with Bon Clay. They probably assume Bon Clay is dead.
Very true.
They don't have the same knowledge as us.
I don't know. I feel like the Revolutionary Army got eyes and ears everywhere. Right? That's all I'm saying.
I'm sure that at some point Oda will like just sort of throw that in. He'll be like, oh yeah, we as the Revolutionary Army, we got like we got word that there's still stuff happening back at 5.5 at Impel Down. We got word. And like, oh, okay. That does sound like something Oda's just gonna write into the story at some point.
Yeah.
If I were Ivankov, Oda, or Morley, I would have broken them out already. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, of course. We know.
Classic.
All right, any other notes, Christian? We're still on last week, by the way. I just want to remind you.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. Realistically, this week's set of episodes, we arrive in Wano, but there's not like a ton of extra bits and bobs that happen. So
nice little tease.
You don't think so? I had a great time in these set of episodes.
I'm not saying I didn't have a great time. Cat Viper and Marco chilling in that village was a vibe, dude. I'm here for that. But the last thing I'll say about last week is so much for nobody getting to sit on that giant throne, huh?
Huh.
I feel like the obvious questions are just like hard to ask, so it's just like I think we got a hold on it. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. You got any sick big brain predictions for what emo is, who they are, whatever?
No, in fact I think I referred when they showed up last week or the week before, whatever it was, in front of the straw hat, the giant straw hat or whatever. I thought it was maybe a CP0 agent. That's wrong.
That was incorrect.
That's super wrong. I don't know. This person is new. We haven't met this person. That much I'm confident in.
Okay, here's a question that I want to ask.
Okay,
so the silhouette we get for Emu, I need to ask you, do you think that is like their true shape, or is that just a placeholder until Oda like figures out what he wants to do with the character design?
No, there's no fucking way at this point.
No, here, I want to help. Can I please chime in? I can help with this. In fact, guys, there is a plushie of Emu available for purchase that answers that question. Can I please post a link for you?
Okay, hold on. I don't think it answers the question. I think someone's just making money off of it.
Listen. There is a plushie of Emu that makes it very clear what shape this character has to have. So may I please, 1 second.
I'm so
not saying Brendan is lying.
I have posted
this
the
is
plushie.
a real thing that
I have posted
revealed to the world within the past 2 weeks. All I'm saying is I'm gonna say this stops short of confirming anything, really.
I mean, it's on eBay.
Listen, I know it says it's brought to you by Bandai Namco or whatever, but like. Listen,
this is incredible. Oh, it's got a little plushy straw hat too.
yeah, it does.
Christian, I just gotta let you know that the Photoshop jobs, or like not even Photoshop, people are just like dressing up this doll essentially, and it like basically this is the One Piece version of Labubu's, and they're just
oh my god, stop!
Customizing
I don't want to fucking hear any more about Labubu's, dude. I've heard too much in the last week about them.
Labubu's out. Emu's in.
Emu's in.
Emu is in though. I even said like there's like a picture that I put in the Discord somewhere. I hope I can find it quickly. And my tagline to it was, oh, here, I'm just gonna send it right now. I found it. Hold on, let me copy this. Copy image. Put this over here. Paste this. I already put this in Discord once, but my tagline to this was, let's say, let me just read it from word for word so I don't get it wrong. Oh no, I have to scroll back. Oh no, it's right here. I was like, wait, where the fuck am I? Where'd my scroll go? Go back. Go bring me back. Bring me back.
The tiny wanted poster too is incredible.
There is a tiny wanted poster.
I love the thrones next to them.
Oh, I wrote me out here just wondering how my life got to this point. Now, listeners, for context, it is Emu, the silhouette plushie, lying in bed with its eyes wide open, holding on to a Luffy wanted poster. I'm just like
staring blankly into the ceiling.
Blankly into the ceiling,
brother. The fact that this exists in this capacity makes me feel as though I'm not going to get an answer to who is Emu actually for the next until the end of the show. Like present day, don't even know what this is.
I can affirm that for you and say that this plushie came out literally a month ago.
Yeah, so Emu, nobody know who Emu.
Emu just be doing what Emu does, dude.
Emu is.
I mean, I've got an educated guess, but I'm not like I'm not out here going to claim it's the end. Oh, well, I mean, it's clearly gone from Hunter x Hunter in his super form.
Is that what Gon looks like when he goes into his super
this
form?
Is future Gon
he just gets all black and shadowy.
Yeah, this is future Gon with his tall hair. It's just silhouetted yet. They don't want to reveal a crossover.
You know, Hunter x Hunter and One Piece universe being the same verse, I can kind of see it.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is Luffy has the properties of Bungie and gum.
He does have the properties of Bungie and gum. That is.
So when do we
the
sail
case.
to York New City on the Sunny?
Yes. Sometime in the next couple hundred episodes, surely.
Actually, does York New City even exist yet? Is it the same time frame?
I don't know. Maybe they're a different planet. Enru's gonna find him.
Oh my god!
All right, but that's that pretty much concludes my thoughts on what happened last week.
Cool, great.
I mean, you can also just like explain like when you say like you have an educated guess, like what is said educated guess? You don't have to sugarcoat it. You don't know the answer.
That was
you
my
just said
educated
it's going
guess.
from Hunter x Hunter.
It was going from Hunter x Hunter.
Oh.
I have no fucking idea.
That was a real educated guess.
Yeah.
I thought you had better. I thought you had something better than that.
No, I have no fucking idea.
That's a pretty good answer.
Okay.
I've got no clue. And honestly, I don't even at this moment want to speculate. I just want to enjoy the mystery of this one.
Nice. I like that. Honestly, I respect that. Sometimes you just like you go, that's a can of worms. I don't think I even want to open right this second. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in the treasure box.
I enjoy making predictions and having and then finding out whether they are correct or not. But on this one, I mean, especially knowing that even 400 episodes from now, I won't have an answer. But on this one, it just feels like
3.
Oh, sorry, 300 episodes.
2 actually.
It just feels
200.
It's like 250. That's the lowest I'm going.
It actually is 250, I think, on the dot. Just so we're clear.
This one just feels like both in the fact that I'm not going to get an answer for a long time, and as well as just the nature of this person, like what the 30 seconds of them we got in that set of episodes means. I'm more happy to just sit back and let the information come to me than try and speculate.
He's letting Oda cook, folks. He's letting him cook.
I'm leaving Oda in the kitchen on this one.
He's like, I see you making that appetizer, but I see you're saving some ingredients for a main course later. What are you doing over there, buddy? Oh, you're not going to tell me? Okay, all right.
You know
fine.
what? That's
fair
fine.
enough.
I'll go take my spot at the table, and I'll just wait patiently.
That's fair. I respect it.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, now that we've gotten that preamble from last week out of the... Guys, we did it! We're in Wano again!
Hey!
And we're still in the first hour mark. We're doing great progress here.
We are still within the first... Can I be honest? So, Christian, I think it's no secret. We have done it. We have made it to the arc we were on at the time that this very podcast has started. In fact, I would even go so far as to say, I think this was the actual anime set of episodes that were airing at the time that we started our podcast, give or take.
Wow.
I know.
It all comes full
insane.
circle.
That's what I'm saying, brother. Crazy.
Just a short 5.5 years later, and we've made it to where we started.
Just a small 5.5 years later to finally get right back to the fucking start line.
Now One Piece truly begins.
Now One Piece truly begins.
Bro, just wait till we get to episode 1,000.
I mean, that'll be a cool milestone.
Upon milestones.
But that's the other thing too, is that you really got to be careful, because at one point when you watch the series, you start thinking of watching the series in terms of just the milestones. And you're like, man, dude, I made it 1,000 episodes through One Piece. How cool is that? And then you're like, wait a minute, aren't I supposed to like the show too?
Can't wait till I can celebrate 11 1100.
Thankfully, I like it in Wano. Wano's a good arc. I'm telling you, it's going to be good. I'm not going to say why it's good. I'm going to say I think it's good. I do think it's good. So
And I
you're
will
in
say,
for
if you
a
think
fun
it's
ride.
bad, your opinion's wrong.
I do think that if anyone thinks that Wano is objectively bad, you are actually just insane. That is crazy. I still think Whole Cake Island is a better package. That's an argument for another day.
But that's not what we're talking about tonight.
I think a lot of people actually call me the wild one for that. If I'm going to be perfectly honest,
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I think I'm the one with the contrarian opinion on that one. But
91 episodes of no Zoro couldn't be me, bro.
Can I tell you too? You know, one thing I love about these set of episodes is the stupid fucking octopus bit. Can I tell you how that bit
Zero
played out?
expansion, just bunk.
Literally in the manga, I shit you not. So the anime does this thing where it slowly like shows scenes of this like shadowy creature slowly like, you know, lurching its way onto the deck of the Sunny and whatnot. And then eventually like it's revealed that there's this just like fuck off octopus with one of those tie things around its forehead just like hanging out. Okay, I'm not even joking. When in the manga during this chapter, it's just the crew, like the straws talking amongst themselves about the weather being crazy. And then there's just like a main panel, and behind Brook and Nami is this fucking octopus, and he's just there. He's just vibing. No explanation. No like preamble.
No introduction.
He just exists. Like, it's
Incredible.
whiplash because you're like, where the fuck did you come from? I don't know if they did it as well in the anime, but in the manga, let me tell you,
just
brother.
shows up and no one acknowledges him.
Well, nobody acknowledges until they do, and then they're like, "What the hell?" And then he does what the anime tries to demonstrate: is he does like the sound effect where like you hit like the drum and it goes "oh" or whatever. Like it does do that bit in the manga, or at least it tries to depict that. But it is really funny how like it's literally just like them talking, and then with zero explanation. Here's a panel with an octopus behind everybody. But why?
You know what would have been great is if Oda had kept the octopus like as a silhouette, maybe not giving it full shape yet, but like just a shadowy figure, and the community just going, "Wait, is that Emu?"
Oh my God.
Shut up, people! It's Emu.
What could have been?
Oh man, yeah. Oh, you know, also, what happened before Wano stuff happens was we did get an update on Marco and Cat Viper. So I don't know. Does it even sound like Marco's like getting in on this fight or what?
I want to know what his message to Luffy is gonna be, or is, whatever.
Well, I mean, if he's asking Cat Viper to send it, though, it doesn't really sound like he's planning on going, right? Like that was really the crux of my question.
Were we expecting him to come? That man said, "Yo, I can't leave this village because it's the one thing that Whitebeard has left in this world, and I refuse to let it fumble."
Right. I'm not talking about what I expected. I'm saying the reason why Cat Viper is here is because he wanted to recruit him. That is the goal here. And it don't be sounding like he plans to go.
He'll send a care package.
He'll send a care package. He'll send a box of flame and be like, "Hey, don't use it all in one place.
Exactly.
It's magic healing flame. Don't ask too many questions."
I agree. I don't think Marco's budging from here. He's big chillin' protecting this last memento.
Did either of you recognize the creatures from the island? Out of curiosity,
bro, when I saw that, I don't think I got the name of it right when I first laid eyes on it, but like I knew I saw it. I was like, I don't remember what you're called because I know it's some mythological creature. I know I saw you and impelled down.
that is correct. They are an impelled down. They're called the Manticore.
Yes, I'm in the same boat as Justin. I did not remember what their names were, but I did recognize them.
Yeah, I think this is supposed to be the bit where Oda's like, "Hey, this is where they found all the Manticore. This is like the native island where they existed, and then they brought them to impel down, and then for whatever reason they learned how to say different like brands of underwear or whatever.
Wasn't it pastas or something?
Was it pasta? You're right. It was pasta. You're right. It was different kinds of pasta. I don't know why that's relevant.
Pasta core.
Yeah, pasta core. These ones weren't able to say pastas, I don't think. I think they just kind of like grunted and growled.
Tragic.
They were obviously
learned house trained yet.
Yeah, tragic. Obviously, learning pasta names is more of a learned trait than it is
that's
an
a
innate trait.
domestication
Yeah.
issue.
I just want to know who at Impel Down taught them.
Well, I think they like picked up on it. Like they explain it as they just hear the prisoners like begging for what they want, and apparently everyone wants noodles.
They crave the carbs.
They crave carbs. I'm begging you for more carbs. Give me ramen. Give me tortellini.
Christian, I have a question.
Go on.
Where do you lie on
Usually on my back.
the opinion related to do you think Weevil is Whitebeard's son?
Katakuri don't.
Katakuri doesn't. Oh, I didn't realize he mentioned that opinion.
You didn't get it, Brendan.
You didn't get it.
What?
You'll hear it when the episode comes out.
Probably right, and then I'll be sad.
I think Weevil is truly his son. No, I feel like
Still
not.
no.
I feel like not.
I mean,
I
to
don't
be
know, man.
fair,
I think they're
I'm like
painting
mostly on Christian's side. Like I'm not.
I think they're
full
painting
sale.
a hard "you won't believe this" butt moment right now. If I'm gonna be honest, I think they're painting a huge, because even Marco's like, I don't know anything about that guy, but I think I know the woman claiming to be his mom, and she was definitely a pirate, and I think Whitebeard knew her. So like, I don't know his taste in women, but it's like not impossible. And I'm like, brother.
Yeah, I mean, it's more possible now than it was when we were first introduced to Weevil, with Marco saying that they were both on the same ship.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it is now significant. Well, I don't even know about significantly, but it is now more plausible that it is the case that Weevil is his son. However, I'm just gonna say no. I'm just gonna keep saying no.
I'm just gonna choose to
He's
say
gonna
no.
keep manifesting
that ain't
the no.
it.
He's afraid of the yes.
I would be lying if I said stubbornly I just don't want it. But like there's a part of this no that's just like I don't want it to be the case. But I also just feel like I don't know. I guess what would the point be? Or like how did this come about in a way that Whitebeard was never made aware of it?
I mean, that man just pulled. Oh, actually, no. Roger knew where his son and baby mama was.
I think if there's any dad in this universe that would have kept track of his kid, it would have been Whitebeard. So like this one,
that assumes he knows. You know.
Well, that's
like,
my point. Is that
assumes
the
he ever
woman
knew.
would have had to do such an incredible job of keeping this behemoth of a kid away from everything.
Yes, I agree. Or just like never telling her that, or telling him that his daddy is, Whitebeard, and he was like an accountant until his mom was like, "Oh, you know that guy who just died? He was your dad.
That was
we
your
should
daddy.
become pirates and find his treasure." And he's like, "Fuck all this fucking CPA shit I've been learning. I'm gonna go down to the sea, baby."
Yeah.
What if Whitebeard was a sperm donor, and that's how this happened?
Okay, you've lost me. You completely lost.
They don't
Hello?
They don't got sperm donors in this world.
Remember that thread in Your Name? You severed it. That's what happened just now.
What a dumb reference.
Well, that was a deep cut. That was too deep of a cut.
No, I mean I got it. I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there. Maybe Justin didn't. I don't know.
Listen, I think it's a good movie.
I didn't get it, but it sounded like I could have gotten it.
It sounded like something I could have known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is
Yeah.
it is anime, so I'm sure you might come across it one day.
It's an anime and it's
One
a movie.
day.
Easy in, easy out, baby.
I also just would like to reiterate that it was very cozy looking. Marco just chilling in this tiny little village, taking care of all the people.
Yeah,
Cozy
I agree with that.
He's what
Cozy
a
cottage core.
what a sweetie, what a sweetheart that Marco.
What a nice guy. What an absolute
What a
delight.
delightful human being.
I can't wait for Blackbeard to find him and just ruin everything.
No,
Ruin absolutely everything. But
Actually, who would find him first, Blackbeard or Whitebeard? That's the real question. Also, why I say Whitebeard, I meant Weeble.
Oh, got it. I was gonna say.
I was like, wait, Whitebeard's dead.
I think Whitebeard is like, behind him, but no, that's good. That's a good question.
Enough of that stuff.
What
Back to
was that
Wano.
woman's name? Weevil's mom.
There was a woman?
Baskins or
Buckin,
Boskins or something.
N or M, I forgot.
What if she also came from this little village?
Very possible. This is her hometown.
Yeah, because Marco was worried that they would find it first. He was more worried that they would find it first before Blackbeard did. So I don't know what Marco knows. Clearly, he has not known much about her outside of her name, but maybe it was mentioned in passing as like a childhood friend or something.
Maybe it's a devil you know versus the devil you don't kind of situation where he's like, listen, I know what Blackbeard's about. I don't know what this weirdo's about.
Yeah.
And we also then Cat Viper tells Marco the news of like, we've got a target in Wano. We're going after Kaido. And Marco's like, what? Why? and we just hard cut to what's going on in Wano. Marco's like, brother, I don't know if that's the play.
Speaking of Wano, we let me just catch everybody up here on what exactly the rest of the crew is doing. So
speed run us, baby.
Yeah. So, with the Wano crew, the crew that's been there for however many days or weeks it's been in One Piece time. So Kinemon basically tells them like, hey, we're not ready to like start up a war or whatever. We're still gathering our forces, blah, blah, blah.
Recruiting.
Yeah, we're still recruiting. Just lay low until we figure this out. And then we'll let you know, come get you. We can have a party, have a banger. So Frankie becomes, my interpretation was he became like an apprentice for a carpenter or like some type of house builder. He was getting his blue collar thing going, you know? And he had to pretend like he didn't know what he was doing, which I think is really funny.
Well, no, even better. Like the main master craftsman was like, who the hell made this joint here? And then Frankie's like, the fuck? Yeah, it was me, whatever. And then the guy's like, you don't understand. It's perfect. And then Frankie was about to be like, well, of course it is. I'm the best fucking shipwright on the planet. And then he had to be like, oh, I'm sorry. I need to practice being humble. Thank you, sir. Yeah. I appreciate you.
So Frankie's undercover as Furnosuke, as the apprentice for a carpenter or whatever.
Furnosuke. I do like Furnosuke.
Usopp is undercover as Usohachi. As a
the smartest man on the planet. He is playing him like a fiddle, brothers.
So they said he's a toad oil salesman. I assumed that just meant he was a scam artist. I couldn't tell.
It's the same thing as like a snake oil salesman.
Yes. I was that's what I was thinking about. I was like, maybe this is a real job in Japan at some point.
He's just calling it toad oil salesman. Yeah.
I was like, listen, that cut by the sword looked legit, and then the oil did the thing. I was like, maybe it's real.
My boy has him eating out of the palm of his hand.
Truly though.
they are on the edge of their seats.
They have all got.
They talked to that other sheriff guy when he looked at the wanted poster, and then the guy was like, "You look like you might know that dude." And he's like, "No, you don't understand. I have 10 children. My oldest is only 7." Like, God damn it. Oh, what a guy.
Yeah, for Nosuke, we have Usohachi. We have Robin in disguise as Orobi, and she's training to become a geisha.
Slut. What? Literally a whore.
Hold on. I wikied this, all right? I Wikipedia this. And a geisha is a traditional Japanese performer who practices dance, instruments, and singing, as well as proficient in conversationalist.
Using some very, very, very visceral language.
There is no implication of sexual involvement.
You can say like prostitute or something like that. It's a little better than just calling him a slut or a whore, dude.
So anyway, Robin became a whore. On the literal definition.
I am not standing for this.
This is not what a geisha is.
It is what a geisha is.
No, it's not.
It absolutely is.
I just read you what it was.
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but that is traditionally what
Japan,
a geisha is.
If you have any beef with this podcast, please direct all of your complaints to our boy Brendan here.
You can't hate the guy who's the only one talking, being honest, and telling the truth. All right, you can't hate him.
I don't understand you.
I'm just telling you what's going on.
I'm just telling you what's up. You have some like warped perception of the reality.
No, I do not.
A geisha is just what, honestly, my like modern day analogy for what a geisha was back then is like, imagine you're at a club and you got bottle service. The woman in the nice dress or whatever who like caters to you at the club in the VIP section. That's essentially what a geisha would have been. You know, they're chatting you up. Look, they do cool stuff.
I know.
Brendan entirely wrong? No. The closer I think analogy I would make is that they're more like almost an escort, you know, where they put on these performances, but in some instances they have also been known to engage in sex with clients or whatever. So there's like a little bit of truth in what he's saying, but largely,
I will say I'm fucking with you guys. The geishas are their own thing. They're not sexually driven. They're courtesan is what I am functionally calling her, and that is not what they are.
Yeah.
I am being that guy. I'm fucking around. Okay, let's not get too
Robin
caught
is
up in the
training
weeds.
to be the hostess with the mostest, bro.
Mhm,
That is
mhm.
true. That
And
is
she's
correct.
giving it her all.
I just wanted an excuse to call Robin the W word.
That's fucking crazy.
I'm not
Why-
sure that
you're
explanation
just-
makes you
you're
look
just
any
admitting,
better.
You're just admitting that on main right now, dude. What the fuck?
You could have stopped with just saying it
we're
was a
having
prank.
Fun. We're messing around.
You could have stopped with it's just a prank, bro. You could have stopped right there.
It is just a prank. I'm just saying.
My man's digging the biggest hole, and I built bigger.
Listen, man, I'll stay in this hole. I don't care. I got nothing to lose anymore.
That's what it will be.
If I die tomorrow, it'll be a good life.
I've lived a wonderful life. Boom.
That's what I'm saying, dude. See, you get it.
No. You don't get to compare yourself to Hero.
Hero
Look.
Look.
Come on, I can do it. I do whatever the fuck I want.
You don't get to associate yourself with that gem of a man.
Listen,
You would never have called Robin the W
He
word.
said he saw the kingdom of cherry blossoms. I bet he even came to Wano once upon a time.
That's
he saw
probably
the
true.
geishas firsthand. He saw the geishas first fucking hand, and he was like, "Damn, they're whores."
All right.
Anyway, so
I'm
Zoro's undercover as Zorojuro. He's a Ronin, and I'm gonna just say it.
He's just a
That's just
guy.
fancy. That's just fancy language for he's a bum.
He's just a fucking.
That
He's
guy's
just a guy.
walking around drinking, and that's it.
It's
There
just
was no hint of Zoro doing anything that could be interpreted as a job.
no. There was no undercover to this. Calling himself a Ronin was the loosest way to let him roam around in public with his swords, I guess, and day drink. That's about the extent of what it was. I can't.
Zoro was just Zoro. They just gave him a fancy title for what being Zoro is.
Yeah, and also he got like a hair
Mhm.
extension or something too to be able to put that.
He's got a little top knot.
Yeah, he's got a top knot for some reason,
Yeah.
which clearly is not his hair. He just found like a green bit of grass
Nah,
and like
man,
put
he
that
grew
on
it out.
top
What do
of
you
his head.
mean?
It's a clip on.
Yeah.
Ah, bro, that's all natural.
That ain't all natural. You show your whole. You show your whole mouth.
natural. You shut your geisha mouth.
So yeah, Zoro, unfortunately being a vagrant, he's just chilling at night, walking home, doing nothing, minding his business. When he witnesses a crime, doesn't seemingly do anything about it. He's just like, the guy got cut down. Anyway, he bumps into the perp, and then they had like a small exchange of words. The police show up, and Zoro goes, "Hey, yeah, the victim that you guys are worried about, the perpetrator went that way." And they're like, "Put your hands up. We're arresting you for murder or whatever." And he's like, "Okay, but the guy who did it is going that way." He's like, "No, we're arresting you." And he's like, "All right, well." He was ready to take him out right then and there, and then he had the flashback to what Kinemon said about laying low, and he's like, "All right, I guess I'm going with you." He gets sentenced to seppuku. And personally, he had me on the ropes. I thought he was looking at the blade with
He
intensity.
had you on the ropes. Really,
he had me
our
on the
main
ropes.
character.
He looked like he was down to commit. And I think he would have done it if the actual perpetrator had not shown up to his execution. I think Zoro would have, like, maybe not, like, commit to dying, but I think he would have committed to like, faking a seppuku. How you do that, I don't exactly know. But I believe he would have done it.
I didn't think he was gonna ever cut his own stomach open. What I thought he was gonna do was engage in a little bit of aura farming and just like armament hockey his stomach or something and be
Yeah.
like, oh,
That's what I thought was gonna
Oops.
I
happen.
did also think that.
but
I
but
thought he was gonna like stab himself and be like, "Oh, weird! I can't seem to break through my stomach with this puny knife."
yeah.
But then the
Could've been
perp
funny.
showed up. He sniffs the blood on him. He says, "You did it, you bastard."
You say
Guys-
showed up like he wasn't the one that sentenced him to death.
Yeah, potato. Takes that guy out. And then
Okay.
the entire courtyard is like, all right, well, now we gotta kill you ourselves. And he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna beat your ass with this little tiny blade for this seppuku. I think he breaks that, grabs one of the goons' like garbage swords, slashes a couple people with those break, And then he goes, all right, I've had enough of this. I'm going to pick up my actual swords. And then he just goes hammy salami. And there's just all types of destruction in this small little courtyard. And I'm just here like, does no one see this?
No. Zoro,
great. I loved
Zoro
it.
was going Mihawk mode with that seppuku
It
knife.
was beautiful.
Yeah, he was.
Did I mention I'm so happy to have Zoro back on my screen?
Yeah,
you
I
might
bet,
maybe
I
like once.
Bro, Zoro was topless too? Oh, incredible.
brother.
They really thickened him up along with the new art style.
Biggest chest in the game.
Still not true, but they tried to make
Still-
it true.
Still is not true.
They tried to make it
but
true.
The anime,
Bro, it's canon. It's in the... Was it in SBS that would have said it? I think it was in SBS that would have said it.
Yeah, it's nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense.
You gonna call Oda a liar?
We were going through characters' weights not too long ago, canon weights, and Zoro is outside of the women and Chopper. I believe he is the lightest member of the crew, and maybe Luffy.
He's the lightest?
Yeah, he weighs less than he weighs less than Sanji and Frankie and obviously Jinbei. And
This doesn't make any
I
sense
think
to me.
I think Brook
he's
is
got so
also-
much muscle.
I think Brook is also lighter, so he's like the middle of the road in terms of weight for the whole crew.
but like what is it? Like
Like
what does he weigh?
150. Like 150.
Oh, okay, fine, whatever. It's fucking nonsense.
So
I mean, it's just
look,
the average weight for like a bodybuilder.
there's a lot
guy
of
who's
that's
built.
not the average weight of a bodybuilder, my
That
friend.
is not the
You
average
got
weight of a
fucked- you got me
bodybuilder. The
fucked
average
up.
weight of a bodybuilder is like north of 250.
Oh no, I triggered the gym bros.
I'm just saying, dude.
If you want to talk
That's
about stuff that's
crazy.
canon or not canon, like there's a lot of ridiculous stuff out there, brother.
Oda's fucking wild.
My boy Zoro's just real top heavy, you know?
His legs are just like strings.
Listen, if Jinbei can hold up his massive frame with those twigs, Zoro can't do.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
That is true too.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's crazy.
So there's all that.
also, fucking Hawkins showed up in these set of episodes for a split second.
Sure did.
My
That's
boy, my
boy
boy's
right there.
favorite supernova. How you feeling about
That's
this?
my guy right there. I'm looking forward to seeing what sort of input we're gonna get from Basil Hawkins, what his involvement here on Wano is gonna be.
You think he's just got his own like ragtag group of goons, or is he working for the enemy team? Does he work for the good guys? Maybe it's a miscommunication and they didn't realize that they were trying to like meet up and hang out with each other.
Basil Hawkins' friend arc? Question mark?
I mean, I'm okay with Basil Hawkins' friend arc, but I don't know that it's gonna end up that way. He might have ended up working for Kaido, like what's his face did. What's Piano Teeth
What's
guy?
his face? Oh yeah. That's fair.
Apu, Jesus. I almost call him Bandito for some reason.
Bandito.
He does have a name. It's Apu.
Yeah, there you go. That's the guy.
That guy.
Yeah, but with Apu already basically being confirmed working for Kaido, I don't know that Hawkins necessarily does also. I mean, it stands to reason that this land is basically governed by Kaido along with the Shogun. But I don't know. Maybe Hawkins is running some kind of underground thing. Who knows? Now that being said, there's also the fact that we were chasing this small innocent little girl. So who has devil fruit, by the way?
She does have a devil fruit, by the way. Her name is Tama. She's adorable.
Yeah, Otama.
Okay. First things first. She doesn't have a devil fruit. That's just that her face is just like that.
Right.
Second,
Yeah, her face just does that. Sure.
I love Otama. And if anything happened to that little girl, I would end everything and everyone, and then myself.
Oh, I also want to clarify this just so that we know what we're doing. When women especially have an O in front of their name, that's like an old-fashioned Japanese honorific, similar to like how you use san or kun. But O in front of it means like miss, essentially.
Okay.
So that's why it's O Roby or O Tama. So the O is like a san equivalent, just so you know.
So like the O is actually part of their name. It's not like a title. Like it's their actual name,
I'm gonna
right?
spell it out for you so you can't forget it. I'm gonna fix Tama's name.
Oh,
There you go. That's how you actually say
so
her
it's
name.
just Tama, bro. All right, I'm mad.
Correct. Her name is Tama. You
I
can
blame
call
my
her
subtitle
Otama.
writers.
I mean, I would also blame your subtitle writers. They kind of fucked you on that one.
I'm mad. Meanwhile, I thought, man, this made me upset about something that isn't that big of a deal, but it's a big deal to me now.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That is
Okay.
Luffy, when Luffy just calls her Tama, I assume that was just Luffy-ism of I'm gonna shorten your name to something like Close but
Oh,
incorrect.
like a nickname? No,
Yeah.
no, that's just like her real name without the formality.
I'm mad.
Right.
This upsets
Instead
me.
of calling her Miss Tama, he's just like, "Yo, Tama, my fam."
I've been lied
It
to
still
for
means
literal
the
years.
same thing. It's dropping the formalities and like
It's not
being
the same, man.
personal.
It's not the same. The
All
spirit.
right, whatever.
It's
you just
it's
met
the
this,
letter of the
this
law,
little
but
girl.
not the spirit
just
of the
fucking
law.
just fucking change your rhetoric. It's easy. You just met her.
No,
Is it
No, bro,
permanently
there-
ingrained in you already that it's Otama?
it's been literal years, man. Literal years.
I can't believe you've never crossed this information in the time that
No.
you've spent knowing this character.
No one told me.
That's crazy.
I'm so mad. So hurt.
Well, I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, Justin, but that is how you think of her name, yes? Goes
Still
for
love
any
little
other
girl.
time you meet a woman with an O in front of her name. But would you believe if I told you they're just calling them Miss Name? He's like running through all the names with O in front. He's like, wow, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
he's like, now that you mention it, most of the women in this arc start with an O.
Zach Galifianakis meme running through his brain right now.
Oh,
I wanna
fuck,
talk
that's
about Sin
funny.
more.
Well, unfortunately, we're kind of out of other things to talk about, so we can if
Yeah,
you're,
no, I
if you're
mean,
done
we
talking
pretty
about
much did
that,
it.
we're pretty much just move on, I guess.
Wait, you don't want to talk about
Yeah.
the Sekiro boss that graced our screens in the set of episodes?
The monkey.
Yeah, the Guardian Ape, brother.
The Guardian Ape showed up.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna say this. They call that thing a baboon, and I'm gonna tell them they're wrong. All right, that
They
monkey looks 100% like a Japanese snow monkey, white fur and everything.
Mm,
Are they flavors of baboons at a different species? Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know, man. But when I laid eyes upon that thing before the subtitle announced its name, I was like, "Oh, a Japanese snow monkey. That's cool." And you got a sword, and they're like baboon. I'm like, "That's not a baboon."
Oh, they're macaques.
I do agree that they look more like what you're describing, but like
Yeah.
maybe it's like still a baboon subspecies. It could be.
All right, so apparently there are white baboons. Today I learned.
Oh, so you're saying I should look up a white baboon?
I guess so. Japanese snow monkey.
Oh, they look
What
very
the hell?
similar.
Wow, actually, I'm on team anime side. That is definitely what I saw in my set of episodes. This white baboons.
Yeah, they're very similar. So like, I'm not gonna hold Justin to this one, but yeah, this is also a baboon.
Man,
Mhm, mhm.
man, we're already in like the Japan arc. Why not just double down with Japanese snow monkey?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this: how much you want to bet that white baboons are native to Japan?
Let's find out. Okay, can I wildlife the Luangwa's white baboons? Can I get a place of origin, Mr. Edward Self Photo
Can
Safaris?
I hear it in a sentence, please?
They are native of Africa, so that is incorrect. Well, I tried.
All right. Well, all I heard was that I'm right, and I'm gonna stay right.
They got white baboons in Minecraft.
What? Do they really?
I
I didn't know that.
don't
Monkey
think that,
jockey.
I don't
I'm
think
just
that,
kidding.
Shut up.
White baboon. All right, I think we covered everything in this set of episodes now. I feel
Yeah.
satisfied.
So for those at home, this is technically our end of arc special. So we're just gonna do some some reflections, if you will. So boys, how do we feel about our time in Whole Cake Island?
Well, I loved it. I had a great time. I love the themes. I love the fight with Luffy and Katakuri. I love the Sanji bits. I have no notes, honestly. Very few. I don't think you should ask Christian that question though.
What? Why not? I like answering
Well,
questions. So anyway, I fucking hated it. It was terrible. It was a waste of time. And honestly, I'm glad to be done with it.
That's like for real. That's how you feel?
I don't think it's far off.
I feel as though Whole Cake was fine. We've also kind of lightly gone over this already. So I think with the experience of both of them, I feel like Dressrosa and Whole Cake end up on equal. If I were to give them a rating, they're probably both pretty similar, like within a half star of each other. They're not super different in what they offer me in the sense that Dressrosa has a lot that it gives me lore wise about the world and some of the other things that are in it, and also provides me with the entertaining action sequences and interactions between characters that I'm looking for. Whole Cake offers a little bit of that with less lows than Dressrosa, because a sentiment that's already been explored is that Dressrosa higher highs, lower lows. Whole Cake rides a much more median line, but on the grand scheme of things, Whole Cake's story was not incredibly compelling to me because learning more Sanji backstory was cool, I guess, and having backstory plus for a character as a concept is cool, and I hope we get kind of more of it. But the story itself, Sanji's whole involvement in it was obviously the impetus for the arc, but I was not incredibly moved by a lot of it. More of my enjoyment came from the new stuff with involving Big Mom's crew, and even then there were some lows, like the fucking biscuit fight that took forever and was boring as shit.
Tell me about it.
So yeah, I mean, on the whole, the arc was fine. If I were to rank it amongst other arcs in this show, it would not place very highly, I don't think.
I sit somewhere close to Christian. I think I feel bad because I feel like in the 2 times I've had the opportunity to watch this arc, I feel like I didn't give it like its fair amount of like my investment or time or energy, whatever you want to call it. Because like I dropped it when it was airing live around this time, right? And then when we're covering with the podcast, I learned more about the arc in the series, or, it's part of the series than I knew beforehand. But I also just wasn't invested. I was just like kind of going through the motions. I was like, okay, there's some cool stuff I like to see. And there's a bunch of other stuff that I really don't care about or I'm not invested in. And part of me really just wonders if, like, let's say Whole Cake started around episode 700. I forgot the exact episode number. Let's say it starts around episode 700. Is 700 episodes of One Piece where I like just gas out? Like that's my limit. 700 episodes and then I need to recuperate? Because it feels like I've just kind of maybe burnt down the series both times at this exact time, and maybe it's for like a particular reason. I've just like, I go steady with the series, and then around here, I just lose all my investment. So I feel bad. I want to attempt to like give Whole Cake like all of me and see if I like change my opinion. But other than that, I'm like, it was a time to be had. I'd say a mostly good time. There's some good stuff. I enjoy, some of the themes, the character designs. Like I like the Sanji family stuff. Katakuri fight's cool and great. A lot of highlight moments. But in terms of like, from cover to cover, I'm just kind of like,
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Can't all be winners. Side.
Mm-hmm.
I want to experience the Whole Cake that the One Piece community feels and experiences, because there's a lot of people who are like, this is my favorite arc, and I'm like, I don't feel anything for it.
I think you need to be more invested in Sanji. I think that's the bottom line. I think without an investment in Sanji, Whole Cake loses a lot of the magic that other people have. That's mostly my feeling on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of truth to that. All right, next question.
All right, Christian, we're officially 2 episodes in to like touching Land on Wano. You have any thoughts, any predictions, any feelings you want to share?
I enjoy the art style. The art style shift is fun.
Yes, dude. The art style, so good.
I'm here for the bright and colorful nature of Wano. Now, it was bright before, but I was very inundated with shades of red on Whole Cake because everything was just pink and maroon and red and so on. Like there were other islands involved in it, but and the characters themselves added different color palette to it, but the saturation of color in Wano so far anyway has been a breath of fresh air as opposed to what we've just gotten with Whole Cake. So I'm pretty excited, and not only the saturation of it, but the fluidity of movement feels very interesting. Like it's not as fluid in the same way that it was previously. It has a little bit more of that like hand-drawn aesthetic to it. I don't really know how else to describe it.
I agree, and I think Brendan could correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that's like intentional what's actually happening. I think around this time, I would say that like the animators like return to form, quote unquote, where they like.
Hold on, I won't. Don't get too carried away. This is not the point in Wano where they went hard. This is the part in Wano where they decided, if we want to invest people, we need to spend a lot of money up front. I believe it or not, this is not when Wano goes hard. Wano goes even harder later down the line.
Okay, I'm not gonna say he's wrong in the sense of like it's gonna go harder, it's gonna increase in budget and quality again. But for me, like I'm thinking about what I felt and still believe like when I first watched these episodes like 4 or 5 years ago. I was like, whoa, what a shift, what a like I don't know, Wano art style, even at this point, let alone anything down the line, really just like in cap, like I don't know, I was just so drawn in, I was so in love with it.
I do feel like someone invented this art style for Stampede, and then they liked it enough that they just like all of their internal software was like defaulted to using that as like a palette from now on. And I do think that they also fell in love with it.
I meant to bring in
I hope you like it, because you're going to be stuck with it for a while.
Yeah. I meant to bring in a before and after picture. Unfortunately, couldn't find it. But there was an image of like, comparing, this art style to like, I think it was a picture from like, from Just Rosa in particular. One thing I enjoyed I enjoyed and maybe didn't notice immediately was like, there's just a lot more attention to detail on certain things. In particular, with like the faces. Like in Just Rosa, you can kind of see where like I won't say there were shortcuts taken, because I don't know if I have like any knowledge to really say that with any type of truth to it. But with certain faces, it would be like, okay, there's a lot less detail. There's not as much shading or shadowing applied. I feel like the faces were like more angular.
I know what you're saying, but also I do think that Oda's like design for the general population of Wano does a lot of heavy lifting here. All of his background characters have that like weird aesthetic that they look like those old fashioned paintings that you see on like scrolls from old time Japanese like inspirations or whatever. He went out of his way to design the vast majority of the native Wano people with that aesthetic. And it does draw like a very fun contrast to what we're used to, and it's a contrast to like our main characters, so they stand out a lot more. I don't think that that's necessarily the animation like doing the work. I think it's more just the designs themselves have a lot more flavor than anything we've been used to with background characters in the past.
Any predictions? I don't know, anything you want to happen in Wano while we're here?
You didn't even mention the fact that Big Mom said she's coming to Wano.
Oh, true.
Oh, we did forget that.
That's right. I'm gonna stand on the idea that she doesn't show up in this arc. It feels fundamentally
too much.
Exactly. It feels like there's too much going on. If we got 2 of the 4 emperors chilling on this island, both trying to go after Luffy / probably fighting each other also, because they don't want, Kaido doesn't want her ass on the island. So it feels at this moment like this is basically going to be the excuse for getting Kaido out of the first, I'll arbitrarily call it half of the arc, because he'll have to be dealing with Big Mom.
Okay, so you think that Big Mom is going to stall Kaido for the first half of the arc, and then go on?
No, I mean, yes, that's essentially the case. Yeah.
Okay, and then we go after Kaido after when?
Well, that's the part I don't know. I think at this moment the best I got is Big Mom is going to be a distraction for Kaido. She's going to come anyway. She clearly said so. She's on her way over. Doesn't give a damn about giving him permission. She was not asking permission. She was telling him, I'm coming to Wano to kill Straw Hat Luffy. And he went, cool, no, you're not. So now he's got to deal with her in some way, shape, or form. And I don't know however it ends up being the case that he deals with her, I assume somehow they're not gonna fight, or if they do, Kaido's gonna come out largely unscathed, because I would be a little annoyed if we ended up with the same sort of deal, like a Katakuri situation again, where we take a big bad that we can't defeat, and then we injure them a little somehow so that our heroes can engage them in a meaningful way. So however he deals with Big Mom, I have no idea what's going to happen in the meantime, though. Like my assumption here is that we're going to have to deal with the actual government of Wano in some way, because the Kozuki clan, as we found out, hailed and branded as traitors for the country. And we already know that Odin is dead, but I don't, do we remember how?
We know he was
were they betrayed?
Yes, he was betrayed by the Shogun and put to death. That is what we know.
Okay. Yes. So in some way, the narrative around the Kozuki clan they were shaped into betrayers, and now we're probably going to have to deal with the politics of Wano a little bit first before we dive into what Kaido is doing behind the scenes, or we'll do some of both, but mostly the government stuff while we don't have Kaido to directly interact with.
Do you think we'll have Godzilla in this arc?
Yes.
Sure. Why not?
Next question.
It is Japan, after all.
All right. Assuming you don't have any thoughts about Wano preemptively, we can move on to this last question, I guess. So I know we lightly touched upon it, but I'll just ask again for clarity. Do you think we'll return to the Reverie like in person?
I fucking hope so.
Okay.
he's like, we fucking
there's
better.
There's so many random loose ends that they just leave over our heads, and to think that they would just off screen it and slowly wean out the information to us it sounds like a crime to me. That we better end up in the Reverie in some capacity.
I don't know, I think that's it, unless anyone else got questions.
No, I think that's good. I mean, I don't feel like we can answer, because unfortunately, like, you know, we do know how this shakes out. So I don't have anything funny to contribute, unfortunately.
I have an approximate knowledge about many things in this
Right.
series.
Yes, we know. You have approximate knowledge of many things. All right, anyway, moving on. May I please do this
Yes,
part?
you can.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Next week, there will actually be a tier list episode. The topic of that tier list is to be determined by a vote that is transpiring within our Discord. So if you have an interest in another tier list for us to do and have a very stark opinion on what that should be, please participate in that voting process.
That being said, I think it'll mostly,
are you going to tell me it's already completed?
It'll mostly be irrelevant. Unless you're listening to this like the second it drops, then you may not get a chance to, because right now we're recording these week to week. So we're recording this now. It's going to release next Thursday. So
okay, yeah.
So largely,
that's
it's not likely you will get a chance to. But so if you caught it, if you're listening to this and saw that there was a vote on our socials / in the Discord, thank you for voting.
You still got time. Do
you
it.
might have like a smidgen of time left.
Following that, believe it or not, we're going to be giving you a 2-week rendition. We will be doing Stampede as a live recording 2 weeks from today. In fact, today being July 10th. That means that we will be doing a live recording of Stampede on July 24th at 7 p.m. in our community Discord. Be there or be square, people. All right, and now moving on to quotes. Who's got quotes?
Hold on, where they at? I got them. I got it.
I've got 4. I'm just gonna go for it.
Definitely don't have that many. In fact, I have one quote. But this other thing I made note of was in what episode was it? Was it 890? The episode with Cat Viper and Marco in the village. At minute 7:18, when Marco is bandaging up the what was it called? The Manticore? He bandages up the Manticore, and then so you see the bandage. The Manticore then the camera then pans out to a wider angle. It shows you the Manticore again, I think walking away without the bandage. And I think that's so funny.
You know, I also think that's funny, but I want to amend my statement. Now that I'm thinking about it again, it wasn't the Manticore, it was the Sphinx. I'm an idiot. The Sphinx was
I wrote
the one.
Centaur in my notes, so we're all idiots here.
Yeah, that's fine. It was the Sphinx that said noodles. Yes. Now I totally remember. That's on me. I'm so sorry, listeners. I'm sure somebody in the background was going, Brendan, you're stupid. Again, I know. My brain can only do so many processing power at any given moment.
All right, so my actual quote here from that same episode, it's between the two like guardian minks, like the musketeer and whatever the nighttime people are called. But the bull is called Brody, I think, and the gorilla is called Blackback. So
Correct.
Brody, so I think Blackback wants to go like find Cat Viper behind this waterfall, it's his hidden village, blah 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 blah. And Brody says, "Master told you to wait here because you got a scary face." And Blackback replies, "Is he the kind of guy who would get frightened by my face?" I don't know. That one tickled me. I like that.
Oh,
They're also just two cool dudes.
they are two cool dudes. Very chill. I'm gonna shotgun my 4. This is Luffy when he sees the ape with a sword for the first time. Why does that ape have a sword? Guess this really is the land of Wano. And in my mind, I just love that that's the benchmark. Like, that's what he needed to see to be like, yep, this has to be the land of Wano. There's an ape with a sword.
These guys are samurais.
Gotta be Wano.
Must be.
Honestly, tracks. Fair enough. I respect it.
I agree.
This is Brook when he's trying to tell Sanji that he wants a ride, like, to shore and whatnot. And then Sanji's like, can't you, run on water? And then Brook he goes like, I can't do the run on such choppy water. I don't know why. I don't know why it tickled me. I just like that he called it the run. I can't do the run on such choppy water. Like he recognizes it that it's like it's the
bit.
run. Yeah, it's a bit. I can't do the bit. I'm
not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised Sanji actually eventually agreed to carry everyone.
Listen, he's a snob, but he's not an asshole.
Maybe Whole Cake changed him, because prior to Whole Cake, my boy was definitely abandoning Chopper and Brook, but like for real.
That's our family, brother. Of course he ain't gonna abandon them. Also, one of the best quotes of all time. I have 10 kids. The oldest is only 7. That means that guy is getting it with more than one woman. For those keeping track at home, he has to be.
Well, look, could be triplets in the mix here.
Oh shit, you're right. All right, maybe he's got
there's a couple.
like 3 sets of triplets.
He went straight to Usopp's getting all the women instead of, well, maybe one of them had a quintuple.
He jumped straight to, my boy has a harem. He's got so many ladies lined up.
I did default to Usopp must have a harem. Yes, that is where my brain went. It's a lie either way. Who fucking cares? Let me have this. This last one is Zoro after he does his thing and becomes a wanted criminal. This is after they all reacted to the poster. They're like, "Damn it, Zoro, what are you doing?" And then Zoro finally walks past it, and then he's like, wow, sure didn't waste any time on that. Fucking strolls off. Oh, what a guy. What a guy.
So I have a similar quote, but from slightly the same scene for Zoro, where I don't remember if it's this scene now or if it was like after he's done slaughtering all of the random samurai in the courtyard, but he looks up at the sky and he goes, if nothing else, the weather's nice in this country.
He did do that. He did say that. And that happened after he murked everybody with fucking whatever his move's called.
Yeah, the Dragon Twister, which looked sick, by the way.
Yeah.
They put a lot of effort into making Dragon Twister look badass as fuck.
Absolutely.
And then going back to the scene of Sanji getting everyone off the boat when Chopper's like grabbing onto his leg and going like, "Sanji, you gotta take me with you too." And Sanji just goes, "Sorry, can't. You're too heavy." And then he's just continually sobbing over and over again. I was like, "Oh, Chopper, no,
not my son."
But in my head, I'm like, "Bro, Chopper weighs like 5 pounds," which is the joke because Chopper weighs nothing, so like might as well get on. But still, like in my head, like Chopper weighs like 5 pounds soaking wet.
It is indeed a fact. It is indeed a fact.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. We did it. We did it. We got through the quotes. I'm proud of us. All right, moving on to the Golden Ham. Who wins this week? No, it's not Zoro.
Who else is going to be on the list of nominees here? Come on.
I mean, of course he's going to be on the list.
What do you got, Justin? Give me a pitch.
Come on.
Give me a pitch. Or was it just Zoro? Was Zoro the only one on the list?
My man had a bulk of like
he was the only one on the list.
TV time and plot happened to him, bro.
He was the only one.
Of the two things that happened in Wano, he was one of them.
You know what? Screw you, dude. I'm giving it to the octopus.
And it's a problem.
This is my only chance.
He's actively causing a problem.
He was falsely accused of a
He could have
crime.
ran,
But
dude.
he did that thing where he was like, yo.
Listen,
It
he
was
tried
funny.
his best to follow Kinemon's rule up until the hour of his execution, in which case he went, sorry, guys.
That's the problem. Is
I think octopus funny.
Octopus was funny, and I'm inclined to. I'm going to argue with him for another 20 seconds just to get it out there, but largely I agree with you. That's the problem, Justin, is I do really think he did his best. And the fact that that was his best is bad.
Listen, he could have made a ruckus and a commotion from minute one, but he said, I'm going to keep the peace.
He could have left. He could have just gone away before the cops even got to him.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know.
I mean,
My
he
man
absolutely
had
could
faith
have.
in the justice system. He was like, I ain't doing nothing wrong. These cops aren't for
Completely
me.
unfounded
Here for the
of
guy
him.
looking for a rundown
There
list.
is no reason for Zoro to ever have placed his faith in the justice system.
Listen, he was a
That's
bounty
so
hunter,
real.
all right? Technically, he was part of the justice system once upon a time.
She was getting paid for
No,
it.
he just like hunted some people down with bounties to like feed himself once in a while. He was hardly a true bounty hunter.
So that being said, I too am going to vote for the octopus.
Let's
I-
go! We
You guys
did
wanna
it,
vote for Luffy
boys!
here? Like, I'm so mad. Luffy
I
was the
just
only other
love-
person who had a meaningful spotlight here. Wait,
I
wait,
love
wait.
that
Okay, wait.
my
Wait. Let me hit you with a different pitch. Before. Wait, stop that. Put the
You
keyboard
better-
down. All right,
you better hurry up.
give me
Once the
30
name is
seconds.
fully typed out, we're operating on chess rules. He's let go of the piece. It's locked in.
Okay, hear me out, Otama.
So anyway, I vote for the
Alright.
octopus.
Wow.
Let's go!
Bro, she cutest little girl in the whole world.
Agree.
She was arrested for standing on business. She was like, man, F the Shogun, F Kaido. I'm here for
Seppuku.
Kazuki clan supremacy. All right. She is a political activist at the age of like, I don't know, she's probably like 8 or something. My girl Tama, I mean, she's not fearless because she do be a little girl, she's still afraid, but she's the bravest little girl ever. When Luffy was about to get hit by something or whatever, Otama got that thing on her and just whacked the shit out of the dude in the back of the head. Numerous times. Concussion City. Otama, I love her.
Right.
And I think you should too.
I do love Tama.
So wait, I'm voting for the octopus.
I do love Tama, but I'm gonna vote for the octopus.
Hate it.
You made it.
I was giving it to the
It was a
octopus.
valiant. It was a valiant effort, Justin. I'll give you that.
What you failed to recognize, Justin, is that my meme became like a permanent stake in my brain stem that you are not going to shake. That it's just the unfortunate truth. You can't love Zoro this
The
hard
octopus
because,
even almost killed Luffy. Like, come on here.
dude, honestly, maybe the show would be better if it ended. Just kidding.
Whoa.
I don't even have a response to that.
That's what I'm saying, dude. All right. Anyway, the octopus wins. Woo!
Hell yeah.
Who's the winner now?
Move on to fan mail. Let me open this bad boy up. So, you fellas, hold on. I think, I have to be the one to read this whole thing because reasons that will be explained.
I mean, you're
in a
the one
minute.
who usually reads
So those
fan mail.
emails from our dear beloved listener, Zach. With another email, and it's a quiz. Zach writes, all right, guys, I'm back for more stupid questions. And yes,
Oh,
these
boy.
are designed to be bullshit.
Okay.
Same prize as last time, being one free fan art pass, but Brendan can't answer them. I hope you
Wait,
liked
what?
Baby Balm.
Wait, I can't answer, so it's just a Christian game show then.
Well, there's something for you later on, but we'll get to that. But yes,
Okay.
now it's just
I
a
did
Christian
love Baby
question
Bomb.
because,
Baby
well,
Bomb was fire.
all right, Christian, here are your questions so we get to Brendan's. So the quiz here says all answers are character names made into puns.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. Question 1, which is allegedly easy according to the Zach rating system.
Yeah, that went well last time.
Which CP9 agent wakes up first?
Gonna make me remember all the fucking names of CP9, huh? Okay, there's Kaku, there's Lucci, there's the wolf guy, there's
He has a name, you know.
Jabra, there's
Nice.
Bluno. Jesus Christ, there's already more than my brain can. Which one wakes up the earliest?
Wakes up first.
Wakes
same
up
thing,
first. Kaku. He wakes up at the Kaku of Dawn.
It's also the answer's correct. Good
Oh, okay.
job with the added different context. Zach wrote, cause kaku doo doo doo.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That's good.
I didn't get it either myself. I was thinking about it really hard. I didn't think I was gonna find it.
Kaku Doodle Doo is good. That's better. That's better than mine.
That's good. I like that.
All right. Second question here is, what mystery door would Broggy pick?
What mystery door would Broggy pick? Well, the other guy's name was literally Dory, but what mystery door? Mystery door. I don't know. I don't know. Dory number 1.
My brother Christ, all you had to just say it was Dory. Well, I don't know why there's so much doubt in your voice.
You said it
Dory. Dory.
Okay, fine.
You overthought it too much.
I did sniff that one out, and then when you said it, I had to contain myself. I'm like, don't think of it as numbers. Think of it like letters. It's door E.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, we're moving up in a difficulty scale here. Next question here is, what would be Magellan's biggest fear?
Magellan's biggest
This was a little hard
fear.
in my opinion, the answer.
God, it's gonna be somebody from Impel Down. Fuck off. What was the bondage jailer chick's name?
Domino?
Sadie.
That doesn't help me much, I don't think.
Sadie the sadist. Nice, Oda. Nice.
Tell me this isn't the first time you're putting that together. Okay.
This is the question, bro.
If you want me to give you some names of people in the Impel Down space, I can give you just describe a character. I'll tell you.
Is there anyone whose name has anything to do with dreams?
Dreams? No, I don't think so. There's one with literally death in his name.
Oh, the Egyptian guy had a different name. I don't know who death was.
No, that was Hannibal.
Worst nightmare. What is Magellan's worst?
All right, brother. I'm gonna just cut you off here. You're never gonna get this because even I wouldn't. The answer is Luffy. Lou, like the bathroom, because the guy's got chronic diarrhea.
Okay. I mean, I also
This
thought
was a little hard.
I was thinking.
Okay.
I was thinking it was going to be like toilet related too, but okay.
My man,
I
forgot
didn't think about the toilet.
I don't know
Toilet did
why
not
Brendan
even cross
can't
my
answer
mind. I would
these.
not have
Why is
gotten
Brendan
that
not
one.
allowed to answer these?
I don't know.
I guess he thought I'd do too good at him. I would have gotten the last one, to be fair.
Dory.
Yeah, Dory
All
was
right.
easy.
Dory was
That was the easiest sniff.
We're moving up in one more difficulty scale.
Okay.
This one I'm allowed to
I
give
don't
you a
think I
hint
have
if
what
you
it
need it.
takes. That one was tough. That one was pretty tough.
Next question. What Pokemon would Bartolomeo see if he played Pokemon?
Would he see?
What Bartolomeo's?
The hint is the answer to the riddle here is related to a warlord.
But the question is, what Pokemon would he see?
Yes.
What
Pokemon would he see if what?
If he played Pokemon, or in the
What
Pokemon
Pokemon would
universe,
he
what Pokemon would Bartolomeo see?
and it's a warlord?
Yeah, think of the pun in the context of like a warlord's name.
Well, I mean, there's Don Quixote del Flamingo. There's Kuma. There's Boa Hancock. There's Hawkeye Mihawk. There's Trafalgar Law. There's Blackbeard. There's Moria. Moria? No.
Jinbei?
Jinbei? Crocodile?
Crocorock? But specifically Bartolomeo. Like, why Bartolomeo? He's green. He's a cannibal. He makes barriers. I don't know. I'm fucking lost.
Okay. The answer to the riddle or the pun here is Bart saw a Mew, which sounds like Bartholomew Kuma.
Oh my god! Ain't no
Bart
way I
saw
was
a
gonna get
Mew?
that.
Yeah.
Bartholomew Kuma.
Knowing Kuma doesn't help at all.
Well, that one's sort of taking the rule and then like kind of bending it a little bit, being like, so anyway, when I said that all the answers are specific names, this one sounds like the answer.
All right, well,
I wasn't gonna get that.
Was that
either.
the end? Was that the
Ain't
last
no,
one?
Ain't no way.
That's the last one for you. The next question is for Brendan only.
I'm scared.
This
At least
was
I
actually
would have got
funny.
one. I would have got one. Is all I'm saying.
What fast food did Luffy want on Thriller Bark?
What fast food did Luffy want on Thriller Bark? Put 'em downs.
What the fuck is a put him down?
I was thinking like when he pushed the zombie in the ground. And I don't know. I made up a fast food chain. Let me live my life, okay? Bojangles? Nah, that doesn't sound right.
Is this also a pun?
Yes.
Okay, say
It's
the question
the
to me
name
one
of
more
the
time.
character.
Give me the question once more. Quench more.
What fast food did Luffy want on Thriller Bark?
What fast food did Luffy want on Thriller Bark? Was there actually fast food?
I have a. Is the pun a play on like a fast food chain's name?
Cerberus?
A brand name,
Okay.
yes. It's a pun on a brand name.
Not Cerberus. I think he wanted to eat Cerberus at one point. Maybe that's not true. Fast food.
Five Guys. Just straight up Five Guys.
What if it was Five Guys? I mean, I don't know. Oh, actually, wait a minute. No, because he's got like 17 Yeah, Five Guys.
I don't know what you just worked out in your head, but it sounds like we need the answer.
Because in Thriller Bark, they shoved a bunch of shadows in him. He had literally 5 dudes in him.
Oh, there were a lot more than 5, but yeah, sure.
Well, he had at least 5 dudes in him.
Yeah.
The answer is not Five Guys. The answer is McDonald's, which is the name of the zombie tree that Luffy tried to recruit.
Oh, I ain't never gonna get that. I did not know that
I
tree had
no
a name. Nor did I know it was McDonald's.
All right.
Well,
Crazy. I like my
Zach,
answer better.
Zach finishes off with, I hope you enjoyed the quiz in, I'm sorry, I can't read. I hope you enjoyed the quiz.
Are you okay? Is Discord just cutting you out? What's happening?
I just can't
Oh,
breathe.
he's laughing. Okay, yeah.
Oh, he's
doing
just
he's doing
dying.
the
He's
parrot
dying
thing.
on the
Yeah,
other line,
yeah.
folks. Don't mind us. Don't
He
mind
goes
us.
to say, I may mix in a who's that Pokemon with One Piece silhouettes next, but that's still in the works. And even more bullshit. I just cram a One Piece character into the wrong silhouette.
Dude, if you give me who's that Pokemon One Piece silhouettes, it's on site. I'm winning. Period. It is on site. You can't play me. You cannot mask
like
them
Zach
enough.
was putting on a weird twist to it though. Like he was gonna cram the regular Pokemon into the silhouette of a One Piece character.
Well, then you're just ruining it for me. All right, listen. All I'm saying is, if you play who's that Pokemon with normal ass characters in One Piece without like fudging them a little bit, I got it. I've got this for sure.
Thank you, Zach, for the email. I think I got 1.5. I'm gonna claim half of the Dory one.
My man was right there, and then
You literally said it, and then you were like, "Well, his best friend's Dory."
Yeah, I was like, but Dory, like, I don't know. I was thinking of like a specific door from some piece of media or whatever that would go along with Dory, and I was like, I don't know, whatever.
Zach's just too big brain for the rest of us.
Clearly, yeah. Keep them coming though.
That Luffy one, I'm thinking about it more and more, and I'm like, you got something there. I think it was a little too big brain, but you got something there.
The what, Luffy?
The Luffy.
Yeah.
Because the other thing too is that he became Nightmare Luffy in Impel Down, so it makes sense that he would be Magellan's Nightmare.
True.
The only missing component is the fee. I don't know how you get like Lou makes sense, but
Was that
how
the
do you
end of
make it
Zach's email?
Luffy?
Yes.
Okay,
yes, it
cool.
was. Loo is how the British refer to the bathroom, like the toilet. And fee as in like, a toll. Imagine he has to pay to use the bathroom with how many times he has to fucking go.
Producer shout outs go to Taco and It's Me Rabbit.
Producer shout outs, Taco and It's Me Rabbit. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Taco and It's Me Rabbit. Your movies are coming.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Am I allowed to say I'm tired? I don't want to do anything funny for the next bit.
Then just don't.
The garb gab. I just want to. I've got a bag. Somebody fucking pull a sticker out.
A sticker? Oh, is it filled with our stickers?
It is. In fact.
Fuck yeah.
We had a bunch that didn't.
I need a new.
So
I need a new pickled foot Zeph sticker. The one on my water bottle's
Perfect.
wearing out. So
Love that for you.
Papa. All right. Well,
What'd you get?
It's not that. It's Sailor Zoro, which is good too. But like, I'm gonna get enough.
Wait, which is good.
I'm
We love
gonna get enough
Zoro.
Zoro in this arc though. So like, I was really hoping for that pickled foot, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's good. I'll take a Sailor Zoro. On the back of it here, you've written the gap for this week is a rain check, and it says, "What was the best part of summer vacation growing up?" And no, you can't say the fact that school was out.
I'll go first. I think I have an easy answer. Easily the best part of summer vacation was the number of nights spent as a child, teenager, tween, whatever you want to call it, getting on bikes, putting our PlayStations, our Xboxes under one house for the evening, spending the night, getting pizza, and then just fucking having a night.
Hell yeah.
Man, those were the
LAN
days.
parties.
So I never had like a real LAN party, mainly because I've always only really been a console gamer, but I definitely like hooked up like Xbox. Like at one point we had like 4 Xboxes on what is essentially a LAN party, and then we had like either 2 players or 4 players per. It was nuts. Fucking Halo 2 back in those days was crazy.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
That's it, man. That's it.
Those were the days, brother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even when I got a little older, we did the same thing with like Left 4 Dead 2. Man, I still yearn for those days.
I think that largely my favorite part of summer vacation was going swimming in just about any regard, like going to lakes or the beach or to the pool. I'm a big swimming guy. Still am. Still love a beach for swimming in the ocean, but even more so when I was younger, because you just have more time, and because it's this dedicated time of the year where you just get to do nothing, but you don't have to do school, so you have all this time to do whatever else you want, like getting to go to the pool is so much fun. And then as a teenager, like in my early working years, like the first job that I had was lifeguarding too. So I just doubled and tripled down on being able to do it whenever I wanted, basically during the school outing. So big swimming guy. Love that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
For me,
Or moi.
Unfortunately, I was like a homebody growing up. So I spent a lot of time at home, which was cool until it wasn't. But I always enjoyed just being able to like just watch hours upon hours of like not necessarily mindless, but mostly mindless television. All the Cartoon Network, all the Nickelodeon could handle. Watch anything that was new coming out, which was really exciting. Having something to look forward to week to week. Similar to like how school kind of operated. It was even more peak if you had like a primetime show for every day of the weekday. Perfect. Also when I eventually like got older into video games, summer vacation plus online video games, I was just a gremlin, and I loved every moment of it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Sick.
All right, we did it. We answered the question.
Thank you, Garb Gab, for giving us a question.
Check. I like that rain check.
We did it.
That being said, we're at the end of our show tonight, and if you enjoyed it, you can follow us on our social medias, at Panda Sightings on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok.
Rate us 0 stars.
Rate us 0.
Whoa! I'm trying to bump up to 4.9 again,
0
brothers.
plus
Don't
5
support us. We
stars.
suck.
Don't.
Justin wants to quit.
Man, it must be Brendan's villain arc
I
too.
definitely did not say that. That's crazy.
It's everybody's villain
Yeah, everyone at double down villain arc. It's because I said I hated whole cake, isn't it?
Christian's a loser.
Well,
Oh, we knew that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just we all knew that. Send us an email like Zach did at pandasightings@gmail.com. If you would like to speak to other like-minded Discordian people that watch One Piece, you can go to our Discord and you can talk to all of them. Or if you would be so inclined, you can support us monetarily. We have the membership program through it where you can give a little bit of money or you can give a little bit more money like Taco and Rabbit do, and you can have your name shouted out on the show and designate a movie for us to watch in the future. Although in the coming months, the Panda Views will be shaken up a little bit here. Jordy has cooked up some things that we can do to change it, so it might not always be movie stuff. There will be other things that we indulge in there. So be on the lookout for our other podcast feed, Panda View, for that. And rate us 5 stars. Don't listen to Brendan. He's a curmudgeon and a tyrant, and we hate him.
0 stars.
And leave comments on platforms that do that, because it's kind of fun sometimes to go back and see comments.
Tell Justin you hate him.
Email us the reviews, and we'll read them out loud.
We will do that.
I enjoy
Sorry,
that.
that other guy who was yelling. He's gone now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So are we good? I still got to read that One Piece chapter that came out tonight.
And I got some wrestling to catch up on. I could catch the last 30 minutes of it live. I leave right now.
I'm gonna flop down on my bed and stare at the ceiling until my tears lull me to sleep.
Yo, hit me with that Jameson again.
Ding 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 ding.
Music to my ears.
Oh, dude, you just reminded me, bro. The shamisen in Wano, Sick.
I love how you're just now reacting to that.
2 hours later, the end of the show. They've already closed it out and aren't listening anymore.
That was literally the goal was for have that be the closing thought, and you're just like, oh, you know what? The shamisen in this episode was really cool.
I got 5 more minutes left in me, guys.
You gonna play some shamisen for us?
That character's gonna be
Hit
relevant
me with
too.
the shamisen again.
Ding, 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 ding. I feel like I'm doing a banjo more than a shamisen, but you know, fuck it. Do the drop.